is that, Dad?
What if I told you that this tool right here is a chef's secret weapon to slice vegetables so thin that you can see through them? Want me to show you how?
Yes.
Stick with us, and we're going to show you how, because
This is the way.
All right, so we're going to share a secret with you. Chefs don't just use their knives to slice vegetables super thin. So have you seen some Star Wars?
Yes.
Yes, we like Star Wars in our house. So in Star Wars, there's a show called The Mandalorian, and they are called Mando for short. So in a kitchen, chefs have a secret tool called the Mandoline, but we also call this Mando for short. So when a chef asks for a Mando, they're asking for one of these. And it's typically to cut vegetables razor thin, and we can see through them. Really high-end chefs with James Beard awards or Michelin stars, or chefs that work in fine dining will use these to cut vegetables that will then be put into ice water, that they'll curl up, and they'll use them for garnish on a plate. Do you know what a garnish on a plate is?
No.
No? So garnish is used to make your plate pretty. It's not the main ingredient, but it's typically the ingredients on top of fine dining food. So you'll see little picked herbs or thinly shaved vegetables in this case. So we're gonna go through real quick what a mandoline is used for. Again, we're gonna add to our chef kit in this video instead of a recipe. But we're gonna show you some applications for an item, in this case, that you can pick up on Amazon for about 30 bucks. So we are using a Japanese Mandoline. Benriner brand is the one that we use here at home and in all the kitchens that I use. We've tested a couple that we've found on Amazon that are a bit less expensive, a bit cheaper. But we have found consistently that they are not anywhere comparable to this brand. It comes in a super nice box, shows you all sorts of cool things on the front with what it comes with. And on the back, it's got some instructions and a few tips for use. So once you open the box, you're gonna find the mandolin itself here, made of really rigid plastic. It's got a couple of parts on it, so the anatomy of a mandolin. It has the channel through here that can be adjusted. You can see here, you can adjust this up and down. That will change the thickness of your vegetable slice through here. This is the blade, and it is wicked sharp. And out of the box, it is as sharp as it ever will be. So when using these, we use caution, safety, we move slow because accidents happen. And what do I say at home about accidents, Xander? Accidents happen, but
They happen less when we pay attention.
exactly. So we're gonna pay really close attention when we're using one of these. So again, the anatomy here is the channel, the blade, then there's two bolts at the sides that you'll see, kind of like Frankenstein's monster. These are used to hold the teeth that come optionally with one of these. On the back side here, you'll see again, this is the channel that can move back and forth. This right here, this bolt right there is your depth bolt. This is the one that will screw in and out to change how far up or down the channel is. Again, changing the thickness of your slice. Now, this also comes with the teeth. In this case, it comes with a set of 3 different teeth, ranging from large, which will help you cut bâtonnets out of your vegetables. And what's a bâtonnet, Xander?
It's a stick or a wand.
It's a wand, yep, or a baton. Then it comes with medium teeth. This is the one that I use most when I actually use teeth. This is gonna cut a large julienne. And then there's fine teeth. These are going to cut really, really, really thin shoestrings for like potatoes or carrots, like that. So those are all made of metal. Those will go into the bottom of your mandolin. You take the screws and back them out. And there's some channels in here that these will slide into. Once that's in, you tighten this down on both sides, making sure that it's flush and tight so that won't fall out. But now, I don't know if you can see it, now you've got teeth right there that your vegetable's gonna run up against every time you slide it. That's gonna cut. So Xander, can you feel that right there?
Yeah, that's sharp.
And it's really, really sharp. So you gotta be really, really careful. And that's where this piece of equipment comes into play. What is this, Xander?
That's a finger guard.
And man, I wish I was using that a couple of days ago. I got really cocky, wasn't paying attention, slipped, and there went part of my finger.
Ow! Knights of Columbus, that hurt!
So these guards are made of really hard plastic as well, with a grip up here for you to grab onto. Looks kind of like a sombrero or a cowboy hat. But underneath, howdy y'all. Underneath, it has teeth to grab onto your vegetable. So you take your vegetable and you push that in, it grips on there, and then you can run safely down the channel until you get to a point where your fingers are no longer safe. So this will actually start to glide on the mandolin back and forth. And as long as you're holding a good grip on that, your fingers aren't slippery, you won't cut yourself, unlike me, who was not being very smart at one time. So those are the parts that come in the mandolin box, and we're gonna show you a couple of different things that we can do with it. Again, we use these for the fancier items, slicing vegetables really, really thin. So first, the one that I do the most with is slicing onions, really, really thin for our pickling. So the mandolin will help make sure that those onions are sliced thin and even every single
time.
The next one that I use this mandolin for, I can julienne cabbage on it for coleslaw. That'll keep that even every single time as well. But I use it most for slicing very thin medallions of radish or sheets of carrots. Now the radishes, I'm gonna cut these really, really, really thin. The test of a high-end chef is making sure that you can see through that vegetable for garnish, but it'll also curl up. We'll throw those in a little bit of ice water. That'll get the fibers in the vegetable to shrink, and when it shrinks, it wants to curl on the edges. That looks really, really fancy. It also crisps it up a little bit, so it's got a little crunch to it. And if you thinly slice a carrot and drop that in ice water, eventually that thing will curl. It'll look like ribbons. And on a salad, it's absolutely gorgeous. That, again, sets a cook apart from a chef. Cook can do all the things, cook all the food, season it properly, but a chef can cut their vegetables in a different way, paying more attention to details like that. So,
And as we know, everybody can cook.
that's a good one, yeah. Everyone can cook, and we're showing you how. This is gonna take you from cool to whoa, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
So also with the teeth, we can cut really thin shoestrings or juliennes of potato, which we can then fry and use for garnish on top of hot dogs, because Cuban style hot dog has potato chips on it. We can also make chips. We can use the bigger, coarser blades also to cut batons and sticks out of our vegetables that we can then dice as well. Each one of them perfectly even. Kind of takes the bulk prep work out of the hand of a knife and puts it into the realm of speed. So that's pretty much it. So again, it might have been a little bit boring, but for those that want to increase their chef kits and learn different techniques that are going to make your food just a little bit more elevated, get the oohs and ahs from your family or friends when you're cooking, feeling a little bit more professional and a little bit more confident in what you're doing, this is a really great tool to add. Again, $30, that's the price that you can't find knives, good quality knives for $30. And this has a lot of versatility. Again, it comes with the teeth, it comes with the knife guard or the hand guard, and we have one of them in our kitchen here at home. We use them relatively often too. Again, you can do everything that this does with a knife. We're going to show you how to do all that as we move along. If you haven't seen our vegetable cuts 101 video, highly recommend seeing that, because we do everything there that this does. This just makes it faster, more efficient, and it's kind of fun to use, even though it's a little dangerous.
And more fancy.
Definitely more fancy. So thank you for sticking around. For those that did, if you want to see more chef kit videos, chef tool videos, different pieces of equipment that we recommend or use, or if you want us to test some equipment, let us know in the comments, and we would be happy to do that in our kitchen here, so you don't have to. Until the next one, we'll see ya.
Bye.
Bye.